Well, hello there ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode number 33 of my Transport Fever Let's Play here on the White Valley. In today's episode we are, things are going in general really well. I'm really happy with the progress. I do realise I just edited the last episode and my word, it was a long one, 15 minutes all in all. Longest episode and one of the longest videos on my channel ever, so hope you did enjoy it. This episode might be a tiny bit shorter, just to go ahead and accommodate for that, because I didn't mean it to go that long, but just when you get building, you know, it's difficult to stop. Anyway, so at the end of the last episode, we went ahead and we got some food on the go. As we can see, there's movement here and movement here. What I'm doing is I'm taking food from this farm here. Then from here, it's going to be going through here. This train right now is, it's going very slowly up the hill, but it is taking some stock. And then it's taking it over to this food processing plant, where this tiny amount of food that I'm producing, it's still not a lot right now, is going into gold mine. It's not even a percentage. That's how little we're producing right now, but that's only going to get better as time goes on anyway. Right, okay, I think we've outgrown these old trains, haven't we? 56-seaters on the Kendal to Newton, so we can go ahead and upgrade those. This episode is mainly going to be industry orientated, but I do want to go ahead and just improve stuff where I can, really. That's one thing I want to do. Okay, so what we're going to do, I think we're actually going to keep the same model again, because I do like these kind of trains. We're just going to go for a more upgraded model, so let me filter by diesel. And let's go for, I've not seen those before actually, the Class 101. These are really nice. How fast can you go? Only 70 miles per hour. It's a real shame, because I'd be willing to use you if you're a bit faster. These trains are 99 miles an hour, much better indeed. What we're going to do is we're going to go for 108 capacity, so that's going to drastically increase it from 56. Let's go ahead and put replace on now, and let's go ahead and have you jump into the map. So that should hopefully relieve quite a bit of build up now at Gold's Mine, and then also Fordwich is in a similar situation. These small trains are extremely full. These larger trains can do much better indeed. With that said, how full are you? Relatively full, but I mean, there's still a lot of people waiting going forward. Nice to see though that we can support increased capacity. I believe these two towns should still be the smallest two towns in the game. Fordwich and Somerton, actually. So Fordwich, yes. Somerton is over the other side of the map, but Goldmine has jumped up a place, which is interesting to see. Anyway, so we've started off with going ahead and moving food from A to B. What I want to do is continue some more industry in this area, though I'm not really at all sure what I want to go for. What I am thinking is we could go ahead and there is an oil well over here, which I could move stuff from, and then there's also a processing plant over here, an oil refinery if you will, which I could go ahead and move stuff to. Additionally, there's another farm there, and another farm there for that matter, which gives me quite a few possibilities. I realise I've explored these possibilities before, but I do forget about them. I mean, there's also some more here as well. We could quite easily have a wee truck route and then some stuff going into Kendal maybe. That could be a possibility, and we might do that actually. Tell you what, we'll do that. I also want to bring in more food from here. And what we'll do is we'll do this by truck. We could do it by train, to be fair, actually. Yeah, no, let's do that by train instead. So what we're going to do is we're just going to... I mean, you're quite high up, though. That's the problem. You would be much easier to do by truck. So let's do you by truck. Get some good old truck on the go. Right, okay, so first of all, we need to upgrade some infrastructure. Very much this road's here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build a truck depot. Now let's go for, happy to do a medium one, but it needs to be more of a country one, which is that. So that blends in quite well. It's not got the snow mod applied to it, which is kind of a shame, but it still looks quite nice, quite natural in there. So that will serve. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to have all the trucks will come down to this road. Then I don't want them going through the town, so what we're going to do is, looks like there's some buildings starting to occur over this side of the tracks, which I'm very much all for. What we're going to do is we're going to draw a nice straight road along here. What I can do as well actually is, while I'm at it, add a second street connection, because I can see this part of town going ahead and getting connected up quite shortly, and then we'll draw that along there like so. What we'll do is we'll also go ahead and draw a road there. My only down or sort of worry is that I might want to extend out of this way out the train station at some stage, but for now I think we'll leave it. And then we've already got a truck depot here, so that would bring more raw food into here, because the train's not doing enough right now. Arguably, yes, it has just started, but I do want to go ahead and get more in here, and then we can also take food back to Thaxt. That would probably be a really good idea as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and start to get some food on the go. Let's jump in and let's get a truck route. So it's going to be from Upper Goldmine up to Thaxt in the mountains here. So you're going to be G, you're going to be... What did I call the other raw food route? I mean, it is a train, I suppose. GGG. What did I call you? Oil, food, livestock, I think I called you. Right, okay, that's fine. Just again, try to keep with the naming principles going forward. So we've got G. This is going to be... Realistically, it's going to be Thaxt. And it's going to be... livestock like so. Okay, that's perfect. And now all we need to do is assign trucks. I'm not going to go ahead until this place starts producing more production. I'm not going to have a route which takes food from here down to Thaxt, just until we get better production, because I need the production to go up to maybe 400 before I can support 2 towns, just because we're not supporting Goldmine as it is enough right now. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go for... Might actually go for the classic Volvo Reds F12 box cars. Not used these at all in a long time. I think we did use them earlier on in the map, but not really had much of a chance to do so. The only downfall though is it doesn't carry what I want to carry, which is not good. I need trucks for grain. I also need some for livestock as well, so we could take the grain trucks. What else have we got here? Grain again there, and food you carry, which is interesting. That's some truck. A tank. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Right, what carries livestock? Obviously the livestock trucks, which is fine. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have a bit of a mix on here. So let's go for 1, 2, 3. And let's go for some box cars. 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I'm doing this because I feel for some reason this game produces more grain. Not really at all sure why, but I always feel that. I don't know if it's a set ratio or anything, but we're going to go ahead and see how this goes. So this is going on the G Thaxt livestock, and then we'll come back to this later in the episode and see how it is getting on. Over here, they'll take a while to start, that's why I want to come back to it anyway. But that should really help. Hopefully go ahead and raise the production here, break 100, go ahead maybe get to 200 or 400 by the end of this episode, which would be really, really ideal. As we can see, things are starting to move a lot faster here. High production is going to upgrade this place in 5 months, but again, that all takes time, which we'll have to go ahead and wait for. Okay, so continuing on with these trends here, there is another farm over here, which I would like to go ahead and make use of. Now, between these 2 farms I can do trucks. Maybe we should just do everything by trucks for now, to be honest. I think that's what I will do. Maybe not the oil, but I'll do the foods. Yeah, let's do the food by trucks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a road which goes right through these fields. Probably not the most popular choice, but we're going to have a road which comes up over the mountain here and then come back down, and you're going to join in there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and upgrade a lot of these roads here. Upgrade this, 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 and keep going into the good old... Oh no, you don't go into town, do you? Well, you will do now. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab this from here. You're going to branch off. And, I mean, we could go on the other road there, which is across the river, but it's just a bit inefficient because you have to cross over the river twice. And you're going to merge into there like that. And that would come straight into Kendal. Now, with regards to Kendal, I believe Kendal doesn't even receive any goods yet. So this is again going to be another expansion, which is exciting. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3 truck depots. We need a very, very important one here indeed. Let's rotate you around and let's stick you, what, there. Then we need another one over here. Again, another rural one, which can go probably at this junction here. Makes a little bit more sense. You guys are definitely in sphere of influence of each other, which is fine. Now with regards to Kendal, this placement's going to be a little bit more tricky. Looks like all the industry is down by the water. I'm going to just... Unless I want to have 2 drop-off areas, but I think we're just going to go for the one and serve this part of town over here, in fact. So what I could do is that, and that would cover this whole area perfectly, like so. So with that done, now all we need to do is connect up the routes. The good thing is doing trucks is very, very easy infrastructure to go ahead and implement. Not complicated at all, and also doesn't take long. Trains are much more complex, but obviously with that complexity you get a lot more return. You can carry much more goods. So we will probably get to the stage where a lot of this will be train line, but for the time being I think we just need to get a lot of these towns connected up to some goods. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we can do here. So I want to go into roads, want to go and create a line from Kendal there up to here. So this is going to be the G, this is going to be Kendal, and this is going to be livestock, which is fine. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a new route which takes the processed food into the town of Kendal, if my mouse would work. Alright, line manager again. Creating quite a few routes this episode, aren't we? Now I have realised this is an extremely long route. This one here, which is going to, the black route, which takes stuff from the food processing factory into Kendal itself. But hopefully it will be worth it. So this is going to be the G Kendal food, which is sorted. So now we can just go ahead and assign trucks. Again, what trucks am I going to go for? Going to go for a similar setup which we had just there with regards to freight. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for maybe a bit more actually. Let's go for 1, 2, 3 livestock. Yeah, let's just go with 3 livestock. And then with regards to grain... Hold up, did I put Volvo boxcars on there? Because they can't carry grain. Which is important to note. That could be worrying. I'm going to have to go for grain trucks. Let me go for... the Volvo F12 grain. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is fine. Right, okay, let me go ahead and sort this issue out first. This is going to be the G Kendal livestock. Yup, and then to take food into town, I think we can go with just traditional lorries like these. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just because it's such a long journey. And let's go for G, let's go for Kendal, and we're on the food route this time. Right, okay, so you guys are all good to go. I am worried I put the wrong trucks out now, actually. Good thing is, I might have spotted my mistake early, which is good. Right, what are you? You guys are fine. So it's the G Thaxed livestock I need to go ahead and check out. My mouse is just being so problematic today. I use a wireless mouse, but it's really not playing ball. And I do not know why. Right, yeah, so these boxcars can't carry anything, can they? Nope, so we need to go ahead and sell all of these. I need trucks which can move grain, that's what I really need. So let's go ahead and sell all of these and actually put the correct trucks on. I'm so thankful I spotted that, honestly, because I could have quite easily left that for a long time, and this place would have just not picked up at all. So thank word I did spot that. Right, okay, so let me just go ahead and assign new trucks now. Which, again, I think we're just going to go for the Volvo F12 grain. I think that's probably the best thing to go for. So, here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. And assign you onto the G Goldmine livestock is what this is. G Goldmine, where are we? Come on, Goldmine goods. Nope. Nah, I named it Thax goods, didn't I? Thax livestock. Right, okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, a little bit confusing there. Naming principles are a wee bit all over the place, but we got there in the end. Well, that's that problem solved, so that's another route on the go. Have you started going ahead and producing anything yet? Yep, you're at 10, you're at 0. So I mean, all this will take a little bit of time to go ahead and kick in, as it often does. As we can see though, there is some cows waiting here. So this livestock truck can go ahead and take all 2 cows away. And they will be processed into yummy, yummy food, which is exciting. Right, so with that done, now I would like to go ahead and connect up this oil well and go ahead and connect it up over here, though this is a bit more of a complicated one. Just because at this distance I feel I really would need a train. Though the terrain, I don't know how easy this is going to be. That's the thing. So what I want to do is I want to give this a go anyway. So we're going to go ahead and jump into here. We're going to go ahead and take a goods train station, freight station, one platform really long in length, and let's do high speed. Now that's the first issue we've got. We're on a hill, which isn't good. What happens if I rotate you around there? Also not going to be able to do that. Yeah, already running into lots of problems here, aren't we? Not good in the slightest. What happens if I run you from there? That would work. So, what I could do is maybe do that there. Yeah, that would work nicely. Right, okay, so this is the start and you're in sphere of influence, which is good. Okay. How are we going to go ahead and get over there? I mean, we've got two options. We can go ahead and make our way over to here, and we could group up possibly with this railway line here for a bit. Or, what I think we should be better doing is going ahead and running over the water, following this across here to Kendal, grouping up with this line, and then possibly going up this side of the hill. I think that would maybe be a better idea. Don't know if it would be cheaper or anything along those lines, but I'm just wanting to go ahead and try and make a... Just with regards to... It's quite mountainous here, as we know. Very mountainous for that actual fact, so... We need to go ahead and see really what I can do. I obviously can't go ahead and just build down to the river like that, which is unfortunate. And it really wants me to build some bridges, doesn't it? This could be very, very difficult to build this line indeed, but I do want to go ahead and build it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you slowly coming down the mountain, though I do not want to have any bridges as we come down the mountain. That is very important indeed. So there's just going to be lots of embankments. What we're going to have is try and get rid of this bridge, another large embankment there. Right, this is the problem because we're coming round to a hill here. What I might have to do is wrap round the town of Kendal. Oh, okay, there's another hold up. So if we take the raw fuel from there, we could just go to here. This stacks oil refinery, because that would be fine, wouldn't it? Yeah, we could do that, definitely, and then that could serve the towns of, what, Goldmine, Kendal, and... I don't really know where else, to be honest, but that could work. Yeah, that would be easier as well, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay, let's try for that. So we're going to continue you along here for the time being. Then what you're going to do is we're going to come through here at Kendal. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cross over the passenger line. Though it doesn't want to allow me to do that, unfortunately. Let's cut these ends back a little bit. So let's go ahead and grab the align tool again. So I'm actually going to have a tunnel over a tunnel, which is interesting. I think it wants these two to overlap. That's the problem, which I'm not liking in the slightest. Why is this so difficult? It's crazy, isn't it? I just want to do something like that, but there's going to be a collision and then too much slope. Because if we look closely here, it does want to go ahead and cross these directly over each other. I'm not really interested in that at all. What about if we were to continue you, but just bring you down here? Yeah, I think we're going to have to do that, to be honest. I don't think this is realistic, having you go. And the problem is as well, I mean, I'm going to delete this whole track here, but having the fuel go over to this oil refinery near Kendal, it means that Thax is already served, Kendal and Goldmine could be served, but if we have this here, I feel that we could get much better distribution. We could go to Kendal, Goldmine and Fordwich, whereas this I feel would be limiting us to 2 towns, where I think we could serve 3 towns with this oil refinery at Goldmine over there. So I would prefer to go for that anyway. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to cut this back a tiny bit more actually. I know what I can do, and I think we can go ahead and bring this down the mountain here, which we can. Now we're down into the river basin. Yes, this is perfect. This is really what I realistically want. Can I have you come across the river? That's going to be a bit of a longer bridge. I mean, that's awful. That looks hideous. Right, let's have you go over the river. That's fine. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come past this factory here. Then what we want to do is we can actually go under this other bridge here. I mean, we're going to have a tunnel to go up to there anyway. but that's fine. So what we'll do is we'll have you come under here. Then you'll come through the... well, it's not really a mountain, just up this hill. And then you could come out there. I mean, can we get you to go any higher up? No. But I'm going to build it, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, it's a bit extreme, I know, but... it works, it works. This also looks really, really cool. I quite like this by the forest. You just peek out the forest. And as we can see, we've got... I mean, it's incredibly steep, the train's coming up this hill from Kendal anyway up to Goldmine. Passenger. These good trains are going to be... I'm going to go for it. I'm logistically going to have to go for it, I think. Then what we're going to do is we're going to... I should have pre-built this platform, actually. Making my life a lot easier. What we're going to do is we're going to build you in there like that. So that isn't going to work, is it? What about something like that? And, I mean, this is not pretty, is it? Right, let's go ahead and get a country road. Let's build you from there to there. Are you guys in sphere of influence of each other? You are. So this could work. It's just a very, very, very sharp corner here. Like so. So that would work. So that is those connected up, which is kind of crazy. But we could get some oil moving in between these two towns. So what I'm going to do is... yeah, we're going to go for this. We are going to commit to this. So let me first of all go ahead and start adding some more distribution infrastructure. That's what I really want to go ahead and do. So we're going to start off here with a truck depot. What I want to do is probably put you in there like so. Then while we're at it, let's go ahead and upgrade this section, and this section. Now you're already a quite fast road, which is good. 4-lane highway here, as we can see. You're taking lots of livestock, which is really nice to see. 35 all in all from up here. Quite happy about that. What are you leaving with? Only 7. Shame that. And then this is another cattle. You've got 2, so probably need to go ahead and space that stuff out a bit more. This place is doing well. It's upgraded as well, which is nice. I think that's just due to this place doing really well. It's upgraded quite a bit, and then obviously over here as well. We've upgraded over here too at the Thax farm, which is nice. And as we can see here, we're up at 29% for food, which is good. So not too long until I think we can expand it over to Thaxed. But we're not going to deal with that right now. What I want to do is I want to move more goods around. So Thaxed already has oil in it, so what I want to do is probably give oil to Goldmine and Fordwich. These are the two towns I want to serve. Fordwich doesn't currently get any goods right now, so this would be really, really beneficial to this town. Whereabouts would we have our truck depot though? That's a really good question. I will have to have a think about this and see where truck depots could go. Could possibly have one in there. That would cover most of the goods area. What about here? Is this too central though? Maybe not, no. So we're going to actually go ahead and stick you in here, which is fine. So that's really, really nice and central, in with the commercial, or industrial should I say, sorry, and also the commercial too, to be fair, part of Fordwich. So I think this could be a really, really good placement. So let me go ahead and build this line. I'm going to pre-build this line actually. I realise it's going to take a while for trucks to get going between Fordwich and the oil refinery, just because the train will take quite a while to get going. But let's make this G. This is going to be... what is this going to be? This is going to be Fordwich fuel. Fordwich fuel, there we go. Right, okay, so that's that one sorted. And then what I want is another truck route from here to our good old town in here. You're going to serve into there, and this is going to be a different colour, just so we can go ahead and tell those other routes apart. I think that's a bus route, that green line in the town here of Goldmine. But this is going to be G, this is going to be Goldmine, and this is going to be fuel as well, which is good. Alright, we're really getting somewhere with industry this episode. I feel this is the most progress we've made in quite a few episodes, to be honest. How's this train doing? Yeah, at least you've got some empty seats, that's the main thing. Quite happy about that. Okay, so that's that route also set up, so that means we're good for distribution at this end. Now, with regard to the amount of trains, I could quite easily have 2 or 3 trains. What we're going to do for simplicity right now is we're going to start with 1 train on this route. And then as time goes on, I can imagine we'll go ahead and upgrade to 2. What I do want to do though is we are going to have a siding. I'm just going to prepare for the future here. So we're going to go ahead and have a extremely, it's not even a passing place, it's just a junction. Then what I want to do is, realistically I would love the train depot here, that's what I would love. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to go for it. We're going to have the train depot just down here. It's not going to look the most elegant with regards to the terraforming, that's for sure. Yeah, as we can see here, I'm going to go ahead and tidy this up because it is actually just a real eyesore. Let me go ahead and increase this though, smoothing this all out, quite easy to go ahead and sort out, which is good. And as we can see, there we go. So that's much neater, much neater. Again, this whole track's on an embankment, so it's not the most elegant right the way through. But looks a bit nicer now that I've gone ahead and done some smoothing out of the landscape with the terraforming tools. Anyway, let's go ahead and build this train route. So let's jump back into Line Manager. We've been in Line Manager a lot this episode. The amount of routes, this must be a record for the amount of routes we're making in a single episode. We are making a lot, and we're going to go into this station here. So this now is going to be the G, this is going to be what, the gold mine, and this is going to be crude oil. Which, that makes sense. Yep, okay, right, so you're good to go. So now with that said, and based on the length of the two stations, we can have a really long train here. Now I need a good locomotive with a good tractive effort, just because of the fact we're very much going uphill, and it's also going to be carrying about 20 wagons, these trains, so it's probably just about as bad as the hill over at Coburn actually, which might give me the idea I might want 2 locomotives. Here, I mean, you're the best speed, you are the best tractive effort, which is very important to me, so I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these. Again, I don't like the look of them in the slightest, but they are the most efficient, and this is what I want. So let's go ahead and build one of yous. I don't even know how you pronounce that, I'm just going to call it the 101 Echo 2 Pant. I don't know, it's all in German, that's the thing, so it really doesn't work for me at all. And then wagons, let's go ahead and wagons. The tank wagons, gonna make these a nice bright colour again, we'll go for green this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 we're gonna stop at. There, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that's this train now ready to go, so you're going on to the G Gold Mine Crude Oil. So off you go. And then that should hopefully go ahead and start kicking stuff off at this end here. And then the trucks, I've not actually assigned trucks to this depot here, but we can go ahead and do that very quickly indeed. So let's buy road vehicles, because we're going to be carrying fuel, it's quite obvious what we're going to go for. I want to go for the Volvo oil tankers is what I want to do. Again, I could use these, but I feel that would be cheating a bit. I'm not the biggest fan. Actually, it's not Volvo that have the oil tankers. It is a Scania R730 tank semi-trailer, which is interesting to note. Okay, let's go ahead and take 1, 2, 3 of these. I only need 3 of these for Gold Mine, I think, and then we'll maybe make 4 for the town of Fordwich, just because it's a bit further away. So we're wanting to do G Gold Mine fuel, and then let's buy another 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's go ahead and put this on the G Fordwich fuel. F comes a little bit earlier in the alphabet than I thought. Alphabet. Can't speak this morning. I'm doing a morning recording, and I so rarely record in the morning because I feel my voice sounds a lot more groggy, and also my throat makes so much noise, so I do apologise if I sound a bit rougher in this episode. I haven't been drinking or anything like that, it's just like based on today, this is the best timing for me. There's a lot of people waiting at the station as well, which is really crazy. How's this train doing? I think what we need to do is we need to move on to Stadler Flirts on this route. That's the problem. People have probably been waiting here for months on end for a train, but it's just because the train comes in full, drops off like no one, which is not ideal at all. Right, what route is this? This is the T Kendal Maidstone. So T Kendal Maidstone is here. So I can't really get another train on, but what we can do is we can go ahead and upgrade the train types. So let's go for electrical, let's go for Stadler Flirts, and let's go ahead and... what about Stadler Kiss? What are the Stadler Kiss again? I'm not at all sure. Right, you know what, we're just gonna... Yeah, these are the Stadler Kiss, aren't they? I mean, they're not gonna really go ahead and add too many more seats onto the trains, are they? Now, let's go for Stadler Flirts. Let's go to On, and let's go to Replace now. And that should hopefully go ahead and help the airport out. The airport is suffering because of this. That's why I want to do this upgrade. Because it's important that the airport gets good service. As we can see here, quite a lot of people on the... Well, I hope on the move. No one on either of those two planes. A bit of a shame. 2 people want to go to Hampstead and Bawtry Bangor area. Let me go ahead and have a look at things here. So, this route here we're going to scrap the MC to Hetton, because no one... People just get the train if they want to go round to Hetton. So we are going to go ahead and get rid of this route. It's a shame, but it is the least profitable and like no one rides it at all. So let's go ahead and get rid of it. Let me go ahead and sell those 2 planes, and let's cancel that. Then the Doncaster to Hetton, there are people using that, so I'm happy to keep that route, even though it's still not that profitable. I'm hoping now with the changes in trains here, things will hopefully change a bit. So, I mean, you're full anyway. Wowee. I'm guessing there is mass overcrowding over here. There is, but it's not necessarily on that one route, though. I mean, a lot of it is from Kendal to Maidstone. That is for sure. Stadler Flirt should make the difference. I'm hoping. Though again, a lot of Stadler Flirts seem full. I can pair 2 Stadler Flirts up back to back. I might have to do that. As we can see, we're starting to clear a lot of the backlog, though. There's only 28 people waiting now, which is good. How are these trains doing? These go to Hetton, and they're not full. And this goes to Prince Dobster, and then Doncaster. And this train is very full as well, actually. Do this route need an upgrade? Based on the amount of people waiting here, I would say yes, because we've still got 2 people waiting. Though, do you deserve Stadler Flirt, or do you just deserve more trains? I mean, based on the fact the amount of people waiting here, I think we do. Yeah, we need to upgrade these trains as well to Stadler Flirts, and maybe add in a new one as well. What is the frequency on this line? So we're looking at T, Doncaster, Maidstone. Yeah, first of all, the frequency and trains need to be upgraded. So let's jump into here. A lot of trains are going to become Stadler Flirts just because they're the best in the game with regards to their running costs and capacity ratio. So let's go ahead and upgrade those for 129 million. The amount of money we've got, I mean, we are doing really, really well on this map. We've came and conquered and done very, very well. It's just about now going ahead and taking it to the next level, really providing a good service. So with that change there, I just need to go ahead and I want to add on some more trains onto this route. So let me go ahead and get another 1 or 2. I think we should go for 2 actually, again, built for the future. So Stadler Flirts, because it is a very, very long line indeed. So let me go ahead and it should be T, Doncaster, Maidstone. Based on the length of the route, there's a lot of track to cover, so that's why I'm wanting to go ahead and allow for 6 trains to serve on this. So now there's a train every 2 minutes. That's a very, very good frequency indeed. Really, really optimal going forwards. So this train here is leaving not full, but there is 130 people waiting in the station, 140 just about. So this next train will be able to go ahead and clear that backlog. How are we doing at this airport? This airport always does well. 8 people want to go to Hetton, and then 4 people want to go up to Doncaster. This is what has surprised me actually. I don't know how the Hetton route's not on profit. I really don't. It's a bit disappointing. I mean, this route here is doing amazing, even though, I mean, you've got 18 and 21. So we could actually add an extra plane in there. This is from Doncaster to HB. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add an extra plane in here. Let's add another Lufthansa. That'll drop the frequency even more, which is nice to see. Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've come to the end of this episode pretty much, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Hope you have enjoyed it. Please leave a like rating. We'll very quickly just go ahead and go around and see what is going on with all the new infrastructure we've built with regards to our new goods routes. So as we can see here, things are going well. Production of 200. You're producing a fair amount of food over here. Hopefully this truck will... Oh, you're actually dropping stuff off. We maybe need some more trucks to come down from the town of... Where are they all? One's coming back here right now. Yeah, I think we might need some more trucks for this. It's such a long route, to be fair, actually. Because we are producing quite a bit of food now, which is nice to see. There's a truck's load waiting here, but that's a nice initial start. Is Kendal seeing the benefits of that yet? 14%, it is seeing some benefit, which is good. With regards to the crude oil, is some movement, which is nice. How's this train doing? Taking 28, yes, it's going to get there. It's going to take some time. You've got 58. So does this mean you are taking some raw fuel out, which is good? So this means gold mine, no change in its fuel yet. What about Fordwich? No change in its fuel percentage yet either. So again, it's starting off. How are we doing with this farm over here? Surprisingly, the production is very, very low, which is disappointing, but I probably know why, because production is quite high. No, they've both crashed, which is really disappointing here. I don't know why that is, though. Everything is quite low. How are you doing for foods? I mean, you're at 30%, which is not bad, but it's sort of stagnated at that. Currently we only serve food into gold mine, don't we? So, I mean, I do want to expand that to probably Fordwich and Thax as time goes on, but I just need you farms to produce a bit more, and you seem to not be doing so, which is a bit disappointing. Anywho, right, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, that is all for this episode, so I hope you have enjoyed it. Please leave a like, rate, and subscribe if you are new around here. Things are really going well over here, aren't they? Nice to see indeed. Go ahead and give me your feedback down in the comment section below. Go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and share it with our friends. Go and check out the links in the description. Follow me on Twitter and on Facebook. And that's all, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Bigfoot, and I'm out.